All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 8 of the Ringerz Wrestling Podcast. We are alone this week. I have not done a show in quite a while, but we are going to be reviewing AEW Rampage from this past Friday. What a show it was. A great first episode of Rampage, with the first dance being this week. With hopefully the debut of CM Punk in AEW. But let's get right into the card. The opening match, Christian Cage versus Kenny Omega for the Impact World Championship. The story this match told was absolutely incredible. People really wanted Kenny to remain on top until Hangman Adam Page could beat him at Full Gear. But honestly, I'm quite happy that Christian Cage became the Impact World Heavyweight Champion. It was a phenomenal match, and it adds more layers to the AEW title match at All Out. Christian can now say that he's beaten Kenny once, and he can do it again. Kenny is now going to try any and everything to beat Christian Cage at All Out, and I have every right to believe he will, and he should, because I really want to see Kenny versus Hangman at Full Gear. They've told a great story with Christian and Kenny and Hangman Adam Page. Great match. Very pleased that Christian came out on top. He is now the first person to hold the WWE, ECW, NWA, and Impact World titles. That is huge. History-making win for Christian Cage. I'm very pleased to see one of the most underrated wrestlers of all time in Christian finally getting the spot on the top of the mountain where he belongs. And it just feels right seeing him hold a world title in 2021. And we are now on Wednesday getting Jurassic Express versus the Young Bucks for the AEW tag team titles. And I'm pretty sure we're on the downfall of the Elite story arc, which I'm so down for. I really hope Jurassic Express topples the Young Bucks. Match number 2 of the night, we saw a title for contract match between TNT champion Mira versus challenger Fuego del Sol. Fuego at the start of the match really had me believing that he was gonna win it. I truly believed he was gonna win it, but Miro being Miro completely wrecked him. Fuego put up a great fight at first, really got the crowd behind him, which made Miro winning get more and more heat. It helps build Miro up as this dominant brute that will destroy any and every opponent to remain TNT champion. I will say this has been the best title run of Rusev / Miro. Absolutely loving it. I really hope he can, when he drops it, I really hope he's up high in the power rankings and he can challenge for the AEW title. I truly believe he's ready now to be world champion, and there's no better company for him than AEW. After the match, Sammy Guevara and Tony Khan came out with a contract. Now, as I said earlier, this was a title for contract match, meaning if Fuego won, he would get a contract. He lost, but because he's so popular and so over with literally everybody, Tony Khan said this was a shoot and offered him a contract anyway off script. You can really see the passion in Fuego, and his reaction just proves that AEW now is taking over as the leading company in the world. It was bound to happen, and I'm glad it is. Fuego is now officially part of the AEW roster. Congratulations to him. His record is now 1-39. overall, and I think 1-27 in 2021. So yeah, his dream has become realized. AEW is now the spot to be because they genuinely care about their wrestlers, and Tony Khan is doing everything right, and it started to be realized how important this company is when the Impact crossover started, the NWA partnership began, the IWGP US title being defended on Dynamite, which I'm pretty sure now we're getting Hiroshi Tanahashi defending against Moxley at All Out, which that match alone could sell out the whole show, but it is already sold out. And I believe the only match we know, I could be wrong, but I believe the only official match is Christian Cage versus Kenny Omega. And I think it's gonna be Ricky versus Brian Cage. And there was another match. Moxley versus Tanahashi. And Britt Baker versus Chris Statlander, which is gonna be good. The women are truly going to shine on Rampage, and it started with the first Rampage main event, which was Britt Baker defending against Red Velvet. For a struggling women's division as of right now, this match completely proved that the women can have good matches. They can. They just need to gel. And I think Britt versus Red Velvet was the perfect stepping stone in hopefully a continuously evolving women's division. Britt would use the lockjaw to get the victory. I really liked this match, and after the match, Britt would attack Red Velvet only for Statlander to make the save and attacked Britt briefly before being jumped by a returning and officially signed Jamie Hayter. And this new partnership between these two could be huge. The possibilities are endless. So I'm hoping we get Britt versus Chris that lander at All Out for the women's title. And that is it for Rampage. A pretty short episode, but the show was only an hour long. But I received a question earlier this past weekend. I received a question about what I honestly think of Mick Foley, and I know this is an off-topic question, but I want to answer it. Mick Foley, to me, is one of the most professional wrestlers we've ever seen. He was a very good showman. He knew how to work the crowd. His selling was so amazing. He used to do something that you don't see much anymore, but it adds so much drama to a match. When the finish was coming, the ref hit 3, he would do one last little kick. And it was after 3, but it showed that while the match is over, he could have kept going, which adds so much to the story and the believability of Mick Foley. We will never see anyone like Mick Foley. He always put the fans before himself, like when he went flying off the cell against the Undertaker. He went through a burning table with Edge. He focused more on helping you believe in his opponent than himself, which you don't really see much anymore. So all in all, I'm a huge fan of Mick Foley and what he brought to this business. Truly one of the best workers of all time. And with that, I'm going to end it here. This has been Bell Ringerz episode 8. And next week, I'll be reviewing SummerSlam and TakeOver. Depending on if the whole NXT switch is real, this might be the last TakeOver I watch, but I kind of hope it's not. But we'll see. But yes, keep an eye out next week for the SummerSlam takeover review. And if Punk shows up on Rampage, I'll be talking about that probably at length. So thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch you next week.